You know what I'd really like to do with this course? I'd like to put some kind of picture in here under my welcome section, some kind of cryptozoology picture. How am I going to do that? Let's start by making a new window and doing a search for sea monster. Okay, images. Ooh, lots of sea monsters, but you know what? I bet I don't have permission to use most of those. Watch this trick. Search tools, usage rights. How about labeled for non-commercial reuse with modification? So this way I usually get a lot of Creative Commons or public domain things. I like this one, but I think this is more appropriate to sea monsters. What's it telling me? Oh, it's from Wikipedia. That's usually a good sign. I'm going to visit the page and see if I can get any more information about it. There it is. More details. Hey, look, it says public domain down here. So I'm free to use this. This is a public domain image. Original file is huge. It comes in other resolutions. That's pretty close to what I want. But just to be difficult, I'm going to download it as a giant image, and then I'll show you how to resize it. So I'm going to right-click, Save Image As. Now, I've got a folder on my desktop for aquatic cryptozoology. I don't need the size here. So it's some kind of monster. Good enough. So there's my JPEG. Now, I want to resize it. So let's see what we got. If I open Monster, open with, now I have Photoshop. That's what I really use. But you probably don't have Photoshop. So let's do it in Paint, just to make it double extra challenging. Okay, resize. I want to see how many pixels. I usually try to go, I don't know, about 100 pixels high, 120. Let's go 120. That's not too bad, actually. I wonder if I should crop it a bit. Nah, that's fine. I'm going to save that. File, save as JPEG. Give it a new name, so it's going to be small. Saving it in my cryptozoology course. Okay, so I pulled down a picture, a copyright cleared public domain or Creative Commons. I really like Creative Commons CC0 because then there's no attribution required. I put it in my aquatic cryptozoology course. Now let me put it into my course. I click the gear icon to edit the summary. Down here is where I want to put my image. If I click on I call it the moon over the mountain icon, it's the image icon, I can go and look for the picture. I'm going to upload it from my computer because that's where it is now. It's in my desktop. It's in my aquatic cryptozoology. It's my monster small. Open. This is public domain. Thank you. Upload. Oh, I should put in a line about image of sea monsters. This is for people who are visually impaired and using screen readers. Okay, 120. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Save changes. Hey, that's not too bad. But I've got this vertical space occupied by the picture, so why don't I go back in there and why don't I put some text? In this course, we will explore the world of sea monsters. I don't like how that sits. I think text should be up the top there. If I, save changes. How do I edit this image? Oh, in this version, there's two different text editors, and apparently in this version, I can't edit the image. So I'm going to delete it, put it back in, and then I can edit it the first time. Browse repository, upload the file. Oh, actually, it's a recent file. I just put it in. There it is. So select this file, rename it. Yeah. Alignment. If I change the alignment to left, Description not necessary. Here's what happens. The text goes up there. Much better. So I can have an image, I can have some text that explains it. Putting a graphic into your summary, that's the process. It's that moon over the mountain icon that you want to find. Let me go back to the course. Beautiful. Did you notice how frustrated I was by my inability to edit the graphic after I'd put it in? I went in here, and usually I can right-click on this and it says edit the image, but it doesn't say that because I'm using the Atto text editor instead of the Tiny MCE text editor. I know it's lots of details. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to change your text editor in case you need to do that, because sometimes you do. From the Moodle homepage, actually you can go all the way back to my home, doesn't matter. Click on My Profile and view your profile. My name is Friable Greywacke Basalt, which is a kind of igneous rock. I'm going to edit my profile, and I'm going to go down and find the text editor. The default text editor is a thing called Atto, A-T-T-O. If I change it to Tiny MCE editor, update my profile, go back into my course that I'm working on, I get different menu choices. Turn editing on, edit this thing. Come on. Now when I right click on this, look at that. Edit, insert image. That's what I was looking for the first time. And there's my alignment, and there I can resize it. I can do all sorts of wonderful things in the Tiny MCE editor that I can't do in the Atto editor. Actually, it's nice to have a little bit of horizontal space. So that'll put a little bit of space between the picture and the text. Update, save changes. So if you can't do what you think you ought to be able to do, try switching your default text editor in Edit Profile. I'm going to put it back to the default just because that's what most people are going to be on, but bear with me if I get frustrated again, it's because I have the wrong text editor.